What's up, guys? Welcome back to the first game of CS Summit 4. We've got Mr. Wet Bottom himself heading back to the sofa here. We're currently going into map number 2 between
Wet Bottoms and Chicken Dick all on one couch.
Team Liquid and Ghost. Robin, first game, it looked like it was going to be a blowout, but then Ghost got back on their feet. Do you feel like they can bring it back on Dust 2? What are you thinking?
Games like that.
Can't hear you.
Not interested. No. Jason, thoughts?
I'm good now. Wait, okay, I'm good.
Right.
What I did say it was
not interested.
games like that sucks the most.
Why?
Because you would rather have it just be a 61 blowout.
That's what I said, but then it was still exciting.
When it's the first game of the day and you're kind of waking up, I think just getting those rounds strung together just to kind of get warmed up, like especially if you have a player 0-15, he comes back and gets like 13 kills in the second half. Like at least you won't be going into that one. I just 0-15.
I mean, I think so. I obviously was not on the couch for the game, so I didn't see how it went.
Sure.
But I'm guessing, was it the final score? When it was 16-10, was it ever in a point of they could potentially make this comeback, or was it?
Yeah,
he was worried. Yeah,
because he was going to wear a dress, right?
Oh, okay.
He was going to wear a dress if the comeback happened, and he was going to wear the dress.
Straight line.
Or no, he was going to wear the dress if the comeback happened, and he was going to wear it if
Henry decided to make a bet.
Okay.
Where if Ghost Gaming came back and won, I would wear the dress, but if Liquid won when they were up like 14-7,
he was going to wear it.
He would wear it. And then, as soon as he offers this bet to me, he goes, you know what? I'm going to wait a round.
I'm going to see how this round goes.
Then he goes, you know what? I'm going to wait another round.
And
then after 4 rounds of waiting, he goes, maybe this is a bad idea.
Okay, all right.
Which it turned out to be
a terrible idea.
So,
okay.
If anything, I was wise.
No, because the reason why I say that, Henry,
that's a good point, though.
Like you're saying with the warm-up thing,
yeah.
I think that if you come in the second half with the mentality, let's just warm up and have fun, and let's just not even do defaults, let's just shoot some heads. I think that's completely different because, like you're saying, you get the warm-up. But if they're playing that second half, like, when they get to that point of we could actually win this,
I know.
It is a little bit of a letdown here again.
It was 16-11, right? So they didn't quite get to that point.
Yeah. Okay,
so
great.
it was like it was to go to that stage where it's like, okay, we've made it more competitive now. It's not embarrassing 16-1. Like it doesn't look like we've been blown out the water. We kept up with these guys. We got some of our players online. It's Dust 2 next, actually, which actually a lot of teams are avoiding this these days, especially the top teams, because it's a little bit too random in these sort of matchups. As Jason gets something prepared for us.
Yeah, so
something from his
can you hold
collection.
it up? Can you hold it up? It's got the like jewel and stuff. Can you just like pretend you're wearing it at least?
Just put it like.
Give us a preview. Come on,
take your jeans off quickly.
I see there. I see there.
Okay. We don't need to take pants off for everything. Just the show.
Okay,
that's
here we
fine.
go.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
It's your size.
Are you kidding me?
That's an extra long.
Yeah, this is.
Oh,
you'll be able to even see some toes on this if I do it right.
That would look hot on you, dude.
So we need some audience participation because we would like to make this, a bet. Whoever loses the bet has to do a segment.
I will wear this for the right amount of money.
I would say the whole day.
The whole day?
Yeah.
For what?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
That's but we need ideas for the bet, for the wagers, for the challenge.
Actually, let's put it to the community then, right?
Okay.
Let's do the community vote.
If you have some ideas or something we could do on the desk, we'll probably do it throughout the whole day tomorrow.
We've got a whole outdoor area out there for sports and stuff.
Yeah, we can play basketball.
Activities.
We just need to bring a stream setup out there, and then we're good.
So make sure you tweet at us. Make sure you use the hashtag.
You can leave it on the chair, Jason.
Summit CS_Summit. CS_Summit.
Can you leave it on the chair?
I can leave it on the chair.
Yes, let's do it, and let's get production also.
With that. Jesus.
We're obviously expecting production here now to give us this on the line here, to like showcase that we're doing this. But can't ask for too much, of course. I'm sorry, production. I'm kidding.
It's going to be the second map, ladies and gentlemen, with Team Liquid starting on the T side of Dust 2. It looks like quite a technical approach from them. They bring out smokes, flashbangs, and I think a cheeky Molotov as well. No upgraded pistols, 3 sets of armor, and the bomb. That's on board of Twists as they get that long control for free. Didn't have to use anything at all. That is one flashbang. They're out.
Talk to me, baby.
I need game sound. Do you have game sound? Oh, we got it. Okay, never mind.
We have game sound.
I was freaking out a bit too early. Long control is okay. With just Glocks, though, it kind of sucks, especially if you're not going to work on anything cat, because this player up at the barrels can just kind of shoot down range the entire time. You can smoke the cross.
Who's the lurker? Who's in upper dark?
It comes down to Freakazoid, and he loves these kinds of duels.
Ooh, not anymore. He doesn't.
Ooh.
He's been hit in the face a couple times.
The double smoke proper.
How aggressive do they want to be? There's a flashbang.
They gotta like the peek from Wardell. I mean, ultimately, it's gonna get a whole lot more hairy if he lets him cross, and the CTs come through. Bomb gets dropped. Peering over top of the smoke, a headshot from Twist to Stewie, actually, and man from Carr. That's Twist to make up for that and more, potentially, as Kusta comes through. Naf from the air gets the jumping Glock shot.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a 1v2. Wardell, wow.
Those
As soon as the smoke comes, smokes go up.
That's a really weird area for CTs to take that fight, with the smokes up and everything.
They didn't want to let them cross. I understand, because like sometimes you're in CT spawn with 2 people, and you're like, well, we don't want to rotate. Too long to rotate through cat. We see the cross smokes. They're like, I'd like to finish this round early, because otherwise we know we're gonna lose or whatever it is. And there is also no way for them to get to mid to cat because Nitro's in lower. They didn't have map control.
Well, no bomb plant. Liquid don't actually get anything out of that. A few kills, but quite a convincing finish for Ghost as they take the eco here. No armor, no nades, just 1 deagle. That's in hand of Twist. He can do a lot of work with that, but maybe not this particular round, as it will be Nitro trapped in the corner. They're going to get a plant out of this, so they've got to kill.
Nitro did perfect. He distracted them for so long to make this catwalk play. They swung so wide and so committed to get him that plant is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, that's really well played.
Oh, this is basically blocks. If they won this somehow, that would be a...
They can actually win this, you know.
Yeah.
The HP on 2 is low. Oh,
they got a deagle. Oh my god! Oh, the knife kill. That damage counts for something. It's 1v2, and Twist is ready if he takes the first shot. Oh, it's around. There's 1 player coming up the ramp. It's a 1v1. Twist wants to get into safety, but at the same time, he knows he might have to fight. He's looking for a head. He's seeing the hat pop up, and the deagle's here. It's weighted, and he nails it. Steals out. Liquid win the round with basically Glocks alone.
1 deagle, 4 Glocks, no nades, and a plant, and a knife stab as well. You had everything that round.
Yeah.
That was insane.
That was like the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
Incest, murder.
Yeah, man.
The whole gamut.
It's exactly like that in a way. Like, shout out to... That's also spoilers, by the way. Can we not have
the first episode?
Yeah. Like, can we not... Some people haven't seen it, you know? So...
Yeah, you planning to?
Yeah, maybe. Not anymore.
Stay at the cool kids table?
Kind of gave it away. So it will be the force find response. You hate to give those sort of rounds up. When you know they had Glocks, 1 deagle, no armor, it's going to sting. Especially when you just had a really scrappy pistol victory as well. So they'll invest everything they've got. 1 scout, Ordell really has to go nuclear if they have any chance of winning this one, as Liquid go very, very slow. They've got the long control. Got the old NOA boost towards middle there.
Ooh.
Oh, damn, that reference.
Yeah, you know that?
Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you knew that, to be honest with you.
I didn't know you knew that, so...
Yeah. I don't know
maybe
you guys.
we're both
Who
in
are
the same
you guys?
boat.
Yeah. Way to copy. It's fine.
There you go. Let's see.
Stewie does not get taken down by NOA boost. One is not simply NOA boost on Stew Dog.
Stew Dog. Oh, bomb's down.
He's too patient. Stew balls.
Stew balls.
It's too patient.
Why does it always go to balls with you?
Stew balls. That's a reference. That's okay.
For what?
A cartoon.
What cartoon?
I forget the name of it.
But you remember,
what? It's an Adult Swim cartoon. That, it's one of the shorts. I can't remember what it was. I'm going to Google it because I'm allowed to do that.
There we go.
You are allowed to Google it. You're allowed to be on your phone.
My phone was on the couch. All right. Someone's going to need to... Oh, yes. They tweeted out the impression of me impersonating Fifflaren's laugh. If you were listening to the stream of Fifflaren.
Oh, really? I was going to say I got to listen to this, but I feel like that's...
No, that might be pretty offensive on the stream.
Yeah, I think so. It's really going to be...
Okay. Don't worry. It'll be there, though.
I'll watch it later. Liquid, solid round there, 2-1.
Yeah,
What do you think there, Henry?
I feel like that's...
The Life and Times of Tim. Stew balls.
Never heard of it.
What are we talking about?
This
the
is
reference.
some weird
That's why he
cartoon
asked me why I
that
say
Launders
stew
watches.
balls for Stewie.
Okay.
It's a reference to a cartoon.
But it's a Canadian cartoon?
The Life and Times of Tim. No, I think it's on Adult Swim, I think.
Oh, interesting.
You watch Adult Swim? Good. Anyways.
Moving on.
Take it away.
Henry's
rough
just
on the run
freaking
with
out.
that.
It's been 1 minute not talking about Counter-Strike, or he's just freaking out here.
More obscure references than Richard and Duncan.
The match is paused here, Henry, so we're good.
Are you finished? Stew balls. It's got 8 followers. Are you sure it's a big thing?
It's huge.
Are you sure it's a thing people can relate to?
to.
8 followers. Yeah. Anyway, Ghost now will have to use their saved AK and scouts for that matter. They can't really do anything with it. They'll get some deagles and hopefully go for another creative boost. That AK can do some damage.
Oh, dear.
Stewie can do a bit more. Scrape through the door, takes him down.
I feel like that's such a good test, just to, like where your reaction time is at, It's like, can you kill him crossing dry?
I could 10 years ago.
You can't now?
Robin, did you guys do the, like swear jars? If someone would swear, you put like $1 in the jar. Did you do one for like the cross on Dust 2?
What, if you died?
We always had it in our team. If an opper tagged someone on the cross, put $1 in the jar.
Oh, yikes.
Really? No, we never did that, actually.
Because you're rewarding him for a good thing, right?
Yeah. We never did anything like that, I think.
Think of how rich you would have been.
How many dollars
That's
would
true.
that, accounting for inflation and
Because you
salaries
have to
going up,
remember-
what would the dollar be
Put them in a
today?
bank account back in 2003, and here you are with
Yeah, rich.
At least
$150.
$500. Yeah, something like that.
But it was easier to hit people, I guess.
Yeah,
in
in the
in the
1.6
older
version,
yeah. Even in the beginning of CS:GO, I feel like because the smokes was a little bit easier to hit people.
You hit anyone recently, Henry?
What's that?
You hit anyone recently?
On the Dust 2 Cross, it's actually a bit of like, anyone who
in
plays with
general.
me knows I hit that shot like a lot. So don't want to blow my own trumpet, but that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, a little late for that.
I mean, I feel like every
well.
time I watch you play the show matches, you never
Look,
hit those
man,
shots.
it's not like that's not even real.
Uh-oh.
Like, I don't want to go into the politics of the show matches, but let's.
No,
that's not
I mean, we could.
good. It's probably not that interesting.
I
All
obviously
you need to know about the show matches is at a certain point in time in Counter-Strike, the show matches became reality television
Yeah.
designed
absolutely.
to make someone
Like,
else win.
I don't even bother setting up anymore. It's just like, you know what, we're gonna get wrecked here. It's just designed. It's designed for us to lose. So, and
But
like,
here's the thing:
Well,
it's
someone
designed
has
for
to
you guys to
win.
lose. But what if you don't? What
okay,
happens?
the thing
Do
is,
we just-
it'd be worse for everyone if we won.
No,
Like, it'd be a
I
really
know.
bad atmosphere in the room.
Obviously, but like, why not do it just one time?
Oh, okay.
I
You
wouldn't-
want to come down and be the
Yeah.
captain of the team next
Well,
time?
maybe
Hey,
we
I'm
could
not
use
the
a
one
new
ripping
show match
kangaroo
member.
heads.
Koala, sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Koala heads.
Yeah,
off of-
trust me, I'm a good villain. I know what I'm
You
doing.
are, yeah, you were great. I had a great time watching.
Ooh, talking about tags, right through the box. Twist gets hit low. They're up a man.
Talking about tags.
Want to finish
doesn't-
that? Is that a
yeah, it
song?
doesn't feel like you
Nah,
can.
that was all I had.
That was just all you, the spinning bars,
Talking about
freestyle.
tags.
Yep.
The ad lib.
It's just a save.
Oh, they
call.
just gave it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
Dust
You
2,
know-
though, you kind of have to in this position, right?
I,
You're not
I was
gonna
going to
win
say one
this.
thing
No
I'm
kids.
really unhappy about with the new Dust 2 is that we really did not see a lot of new change here.
No,
You know,
they didn't
it
want to
was-
change it because
yeah.
it's such a historic map.
Yeah,
but
I
then
know,
they
but-
all they did was make it slightly worse and didn't
Yeah.
add anything.
And
They
it's-
removed the Xbox jump, which wasn't even that hard to do.
And it's weird because we kind of see like
They
the
put the-
like the
put
Dust
an
2
easy
that
one
we
in
saw,
there.
years ago, and it hasn't really.
They could have made some, like, not massive changes.
People
Just
would have
the
freaked
one
out,
that comes
though,
up,
no matter
the
what
B
they did,
doors,
you
just
know?
flip them around so you can play B from
The
outside.
1.6
Yeah.
angle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have
yeah.
been just such a nice change. That would have like changed the
Yeah.
CD setup. It wouldn't be so awkward to play CT side anymore. We wouldn't have to just give in every single
That's
time they
true,
plant.
yeah.
And that would have just been
Helps
such a
with
nice
retakes
difference.
as well.
Yeah, and it was just like the whole thing would be a lot more interesting. Just that one change would have made all the difference, I think.
Yeah, it is kind of a nutty crossfire to come in through the door as it stands, and then the close left, and then the sight box,
Yeah.
and then the doors, the tunnel, excuse me, are all like just staring at you the entire time. It feels hopeless.
Yeah, so that's what I have to change. Like, you are right. They just made it a bit prettier, changed some things around. They kind of fixed some of the issues, like in the old Dust 2, like that car towards long. And
But-
crossover was like you could camouflage into that. So
But we
they got
get it,
that
right?
stuff.
It's like the one map that's been played
And I
more than
respect
that.
every,
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
single
you don't want
other
to fuck with
map.
Dust
Yeah.
2. Like, that's the most like iconic map of all games and like
Yeah.
history, right? Dust 2, like you think of Counter-Strike, this is the map everyone can think
You know,
of.
every FPS. It's the most played map of any FPS,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, it's just stood the test of time. You don't, I respect you don't want to touch it. And like, for once, you can say like, yeah, they haven't fucked something up that really is important to us.
Well,
so.
you could. What's the map in 1.6 that they remade? Not Cobblestone, but they remade. What's it called after? Was it Fort? No.
Mill?
Oh, Fort?
Tuscan?
Was it
Oh, I know
Fort?
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The remake of Cobble.
Yeah.
Right. Like you could because it is a historic map, and honestly, I think that the
Forge, yeah.
map is in terms of layout is great, but it is missing some things. Why not remake
Just-
it a little
just
bit
bring
and
back
keep
Mill.
us too?
Give us a mill.
Yeah.
Or Tuscan.
I mean,
same map, whatever you want.
Tuscan was like,
But,
just
yeah,
It's the same map.
yeah, but it's just a Suez and Mill was like, this wasn't playable. I don't think.
No,
It was-
that was really it. Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's the same layout. It's just a doorway instead of sewers. So
Yeah.
But what didn't he? I obviously don't know the full story here, but I feel like he did make a tweet saying that I'm more than welcome to work with Valve on this, the Brute guy. Because
Yeah, he said have it. He said have it.
But I'm pretty sure that if that was the case, something has obviously happened here, right? Maybe he asked for too much money. I don't know. I don't know the story, right?
I
But-
heard he's not that fun to work with, so I'm not sure.
Sure, but
Yeah.
if he said they can have it, right? Like technically, you're not even working with the guy anymore.
Uh-huh.
You have to like maybe still pay him royalties
That's what
and
I
stuff
thought.
for the
I
map,
wonder.
but
I played actual matches on
or
his,
you can
on
call
his
it
version of the
something
mill.
different than Tuscan and be like, haha, get fucked.
yeah, I mean technically they don't have to do anything. I mean it's their game, you know.
Yeah.
Like he obviously made that game based on the CPL mill and stuff. So,
Okay, ghosts back on their feet.
but
That's
it
a-
is
that's a
it is
thing.
weird, honestly. I will say that because we keep on seeing new maps like Vertigo and stuff. But what like there are more playable maps that we've had
There's a
back
lot,
in the
yeah, there's a
old
lot, there
like
really
old
are.
games that would actually work in CS:GO too. That
Bring
wouldn't
Contra back, Robin.
Dude, Contra, Ruska.
Contra
Contra
was shit.
It was. I hated it.
It was
I
absolute-
actually.
You didn't like
I-
Contra?
I hated it. I
really
thought it was
like
just a
that map,
joke
man.
clown map. I could not stand it.
People
who are good on that map, I thought that's the only reason you're good because you play Contra.
They were like vertiglobals.
Yeah, like, it's like get the. Anyway, I get pretty upset when I think about Contra. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it sounds like
Damn.
Never knew this about you, Henry.
There'll just be some tournaments. All right, just finish this point. There'll be some tournaments like in the double elimination bracket. The second map of the bracket would always be Contra or something like that. And I was like, I don't want to play this. It's a waste of time. But anyway, don't bring that back.
That seems to be a trend with the UK gamers.
What's that?
We had to play Four Kings back at a CPL.
That's Henry's team.
Yeah, and one of the maps that was there was like it was called CPL Fire.
Oh, that's
I remember
And it was
I played
only
Fire in
ever
CS:GO.
only ever used at CPLs.
Yeah.
And the British guys came in and they were just like, listen, we're not fucking playing this map. And then we ended up having to play him on it for like an extra $5,000 in the tournament. We just banged him out and it was like, thank you for the free money.
We're not playing this, guys.
One guy was like in CT spawn, like taking a nap at one point.
Because back then, they were set maps. They weren't Vetoes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was set
exactly.
maps.
That's what I was getting at. It's like it was forced to play these trash maps. It's like, okay, well,
Fire was a cool map.
I liked Fire
liked
too,
Fire.
yeah.
I didn't like Fire. It was too big.
Yeah, it was-
too
It
spread
was
out.
really big.
They had the longs were
Yeah,
too
but did
long.
you see the new map?
Yeah.
The new Fire?
Yeah, I played it. I played like a
Do you
show
still,
match
do you
on
still
it.
feel like it's too long?
They the same thing. Yeah, it's like the long way to be. It's like so
yeah,
long.
it's super long, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of long,
Yep.
I got something for
Fully
you, Douglas.
torqued.
Yeah, it's going to be Dust 2, long area on that map as well, and Ghost are back on their feet. You can see here's Nitro.
Funny story about Dust 2.
Go on.
The
Better be funny.
The creator. It's not going to be that funny.
Okay.
It's topical though. So
alright, go on.
the actual long area is where they just like you ran out of ideas.
Sure.
And that's why it's just literally long.
What,
He didn't know what to do with it, so he just made it long.
Oh, I've heard this story
Yeah,
before.
from
Yeah,
pit,
yeah.
like from pit to A site. He
He
was
had
like,
a-
I
he
want to
had
break
a-
this
Hold
up
on a
somehow,
second,
but
hold on.
instead,
Nitro's actually got a
he
free
had a
plant.
free
He's
site.
going for
Oh,
the
top box.
He's
I
going
love
for
this
the
plant.
OP
This is the
plant
mo-
as
yeah,
well.
this one's fun.
He can jump
But-
across.
Oh,
If he gets
yeah,
across,
he
so you
gets
have to look.
spotted.
You have to look at
He's
the
gonna go
bomb.
for
he's
one.
got to
He's
take a
gonna go
peek.
for
Yeah,
one.
but he's going to get opt. Yeah, he does.
it's a good try.
Unlucky. You can't count on a flash like that, unfortunately. And with 3 people up, someone's going to hold. But Nitro's got to go for something.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Yeah.
Like the thought process was really cool. Like that plan, it means you have to like look up at the bomb. You can't even look down towards long
I
as he's in
love
that
it,
pit.
dude. When you had jumping scout, well,
Yeah.
you could still do it. But when it was OP, you could sit in CT spawn and defend this plant.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild, wouldn't it?
I mean,
I don't
That's
know how
great.
to feel about that.
no, I'm like very unhappy with it. It was the same thing with the box, the plant they did just on the box here to the right. This one right here, they did the same thing with just jumping on the scouts, and it's just like this is annoying.
One
Like,
thing that's
why
nice,
is this a thing?
I like the new car. Like it's properly spammable. Like it's consistent all the way through.
Yeah, it's a risk to go there, but it's a strong position still
Yeah.
as well. Like it's a good balance.
Yeah, I think they did a good job.
I don't like it that you blend in with that one spot.
Is there a spot you blend in with?
Isn't that
There used to be a little bit of fire there.
That
Yeah.
was the old version.
was the old
one. Oh, that's the
they
old
changed that card, so like that they removed that, but made it like a strong position still. But it's very you're vulnerable to the bullets coming in. So if they
Yeah.
get to a spot, they can take you down. Like you're
It's
done
like
for.
sandbags on Vertigo. Like you
Yeah,
go there
exactly.
twice a half maybe, and then
Yeah. They overlook it. You're in business, but
yeah. Or you hold long.
Ooh.
Okay, peace, nice, confident peek from Kusta. I think maybe they still entry out B. No, they're actually gonna.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go through that as well.
Yeah, seems like maybe an opportunity.
Ooh, Kusi looking to give one back.
You see them jumping right when they go from the boxes.
I mean,
to the
Alicia
stairs.
knows he's here. I don't think he realizes he's so close in lower dark, but he knows that one could have pushed mid.
Kusta's moving with confidence. You know, he's taking some risks, but it seems like they're all planned out.
Well, he had that 6 second half on overpass.
Yeah, so it was pretty sick. Yeah, 14
Yeah.
kills in that half.
Not bad.
What are you laughing then?
Because the first half.
Because
he
the
had a
first
0.
half he had 0 kills. So
It had
Yeah.
to be a good second half, no matter what.
That's true.
he got the Fifflaren Wet Bottom Award. We were calling it.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
So we got everyone. I've got the HenryG Big Heart Award.
What's that then?
That's the person who like had a rough start, but they really kept their head in the game and brought it right back.
Yeah.
So
So
Okay.
that was Kusi who
I've
won.
got
that was
Yeah.
Kusta who won that.
Right.
I've got the Game Sense Award,
Game
which is the
Sense
person
Award.
who seemed like they're most prescient, who knew what everything was going to happen,
Okay.
and then
Right.
Jason.
The All-American.
The
award.
All-American
It was
Award.
titled by Henry.
What do you do in
Okay.
in a situation where there's no?
Well, that's what we're gonna have to work
Well,
out.
it's like the most Rambo-like play out there.
Oh, so the
Okay.
All-American award in this game, which is who is the most American?
The most
Yeah.
patriotic player in the
Okay.
server.
Okay.
Who's
Alright.
really
And
who's
then-
really
America.
embodied
And
the
then
patriotism.
The
of
Wet
their
Bottom
country.
Award is like the most embarrassing moment of the game. Like
Right.
someone who like gets knifed or they fall off the map or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
can
I
be
can
just
definitely
one
see that.
moment.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible thing. It's
It's
just
the wet,
something
you've sort of sat in the puddle outside,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
got your bottom wet,
woke up with the woke up a little soaked.
Yeah.
little soggy.
I mean, it happens.
Palms didn't spawn on this ramp on this strat.
One lower B, spotted it.
Yeah, Forward tunnels.
Kusta now.
And
Kusta
the
has no idea.
he
He's
doesn't know
already
what's
dead.
about
He's
to hit him, does
already
he?
dead.
Oh,
Gets
gets a
one.
kill. That's
Ooh.
nice. I
That
mean,
would
that's the
do.
best he can do from that.
Yeah, for sure. But that
Yep.
gives something to Liquid. I think they managed to get themselves an upgrade.
They get an AUG, yeah, it's huge.
So that's your 4 and 4. It actually helps Liquid out. Of
Man,
anything,
how do we
so.
feel? Does AUG better than the AK now?
I would still use the AK.
Yeah, I would still use it, but that's
Yeah.
not the question.
But like, I don't know. It's difficult to quantify. They have different sort of.
yeah, because there's
Like
the
if
one
you look
bullet
at pound for
headshot.
pound, if like you're buying them, obviously like
The only thing the AK has is a one bullet headshot. That's it. So the only problem is the inaccuracy is kind of high.
Wait, compared to what?
The AUG and the AK.
Oh, right.
The
okay.
AUG stats are really good, apart from the one bullet headshot you get from the AK.
Yeah.
It's tough. But you see the upgrades happening.
I was
sometimes.
talking. What do you guys think about that? Maybe this is something that you guys have discussed before too. But I was talking to Sean about this. In a way, to people always talk about like the AUG being maybe a little bit too overpowered and stuff, and they want to do a lot of things to change it. Have they just considered maybe changing the way the scope works, like putting a 0.5 delay, like the way the op works, where you have like that
like it blurs
inaccuracy?
in?
Yeah, because right now the problem that I see with the AUG is that
But people aren't even scoping.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because at the moment, they are somewhat. They're very
it is.
flexible with it because it's just so fast.
I think they Molotov themselves in short there. Like it's
Yeah.
getting
Oh,
really
that's
awkward.
good.
They
From
definitely
Wardell.
missed whatever
Yeah.
needed to get Wardell out of this.
And they
position.
ran through it though. They committed. Got to appreciate that. Careful in the scope, but
Big hearts all
can't
around.
commit. And continuation.
Because you see
spray
there,
from
right?
Steel.
Like for example, if that change would have happened, he would have been forced there not to zoom and take that fight unscoped.
Yeah.
Right, and then he's like basically, with the M4. But with having the scope there, he has to have it's a decision that he has to make.
I'm not good enough with it like that. I care to use the AUG, but I wonder like from that distance, could you spray and be fine, not scoped?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a little bit of a handicap, right? But that's the
Okay.
whole point of.
Like, does your accuracy actually change, or
When you're
like
doing what, sorry?
does your spray pattern or accuracy change when you're scoped unscoped?
Yeah, like
yeah.
the
It
rate
does,
of
yeah.
fire goes down,
Yeah.
and
Rate of
it's,
fire too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
okay.
it's
okay.
it's a slightly more accurate, but it's more difficult to handle. You can't fully spray with the scope,
Right.
right? You have to more tap
Ooh,
away.
hello, Elish. Hello,
Go make it too.
Elish.
Oh, he had that. That would have been the B site, but they've still got mid, and now they'll get a plant. They'll upgrade as well. It's an op on the retake, full nades, but no. Oh wait, one damage grenade.
This is so doable.
Just got the incendiary on Wardell. Could be instrumental, but it depends what the T's can do. They don't pick him up and off, but they have lower control, and they know that no one's coming here. So
Naf's got a flashbang. He could actually. This is going to be dicey how patient
this would be
he
good
is.
if Neff was the guy in the site with the flashbang, huh? Because
Yeah, it's such a fine line to ride, though, how patient. Oh, he can actually get this kill.
wait, someone's flanking.
Oh, what the hell is happening? Are you kidding?
Oh my god.
Right in front of his scope before he even realized.
Oh, that timing is so awkward.
Yeah, the stars aligned for him there, didn't they? It looked like he was just good for one, traded it
Yeah.
out, but somehow the second player walked in front of him while he's killing the first. You don't see that too often. That may be the wet bottom award right there for the entirety.
I agree, yeah. Because
Of-
you would clear that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that could have gone.
It's
much
a front
better
runner
there.
at least for this map. Wet bottoms all round.
Okay. I'm just a little bit moist now. I think it is drying up a little bit. It's just my.
Are you thinking? Okay, well, is that spot
Henry-
on
Henry
the
would
couch
love to help you
reserved
with
for
that.
you at this point?
I mean, it could be. I mean, I always pick the spot on the couch. I don't know if you noticed. If you go back
Okay.
and rewatch, this is my spot.
Wow.
You know
so
what? You were
eagle-eyed
on that side of the
viewers.
couch at the summit I was at. I'm not even kidding. I was sitting here.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
not
like-
messing
Well,
around.
I'm always
this
going to
guy.
sit here. So
No, it's my spot. Yeah, it's my good
is everyone
side.
happy with the
That's why I
setup?
pick
We've got Trace coming tomorrow, right? So is it tomorrow he's coming?
You're like
Yeah.
the steak and shake of blast.
Where is this going?
it. Yeah, where is this
So
going?
Steak and Shake has every single Steak and Shake restaurant is laid out exactly the same. When
Okay.
you go inside.
It's like IKEA.
That's him. He's sitting in the same spot every single
All
time.
right. Okay. I mean, okay. Well,
This is an obscure reference.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
really was. Really had
Just
to
out
know
of-
the intricacies of a
Of Steak and
particular
Shake.
fast food restaurant in North
The
America.
pathing of Steak and Shake is quite like Fifflaren's ass.
Yeah.
Well, we all learned something today. That's maybe the fact of the day so far. There's always a
Hey,
fact of the
that's
day.
a new award.
Yeah.
Stunna can have that, maybe.
He won't.
He
be.
likes to come through with the intros about
That's
cities,
true.
and he brings
Yeah.
out a fact. He can maybe do something there, and maybe Ghost can do something here. They've put together a buy. It's a rummagey buy. It's not the best guns in the world, and Elise finds just this tiny angle to work with and makes the
Oh,
most
dear.
of it. The spray down comes in. It's a Sig and the Og to join hands, but Freakazoid also has one for himself, and 3 players from TL have been eliminated, all in the same spot, and the round might come to a close shortly after. It's Nitro, 1v2, after getting the first kill. The bomb is not in the best position, but it is on his half of the map, but Neptune comes through with the AWP.
I'm not going to
and
lie.
ends
It didn't look like Liquid wanted to take that fight on Catwalk.
it with Freakazoid.
Yeah, it looked like none of them really were interested in that fight. They all just like stopped.
They're
and,
turning
like,
the corner, but
hesitated
yeah.
for a second. We're like,
Okay.
all right, now I'll peek.
You think it was just a little bit baity between them?
I don't think they expected
commit?
him to be there, obviously. And then I think once that happened, they all had a different idea of how to approach the situation.
Definitely wanted to try to be 5 fingers on one hand, as Shocks would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
5
double
fingers on one
snipers
hand.
Yeah, it's a famous Shock speech.
from
Is
Columbus Major, I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know.
Appreciate
Okay.
you.
Nafly
Stu
is
balls.
really getting it done towards long. There's the Krieg and AK combi see the smoke on the corner just to make things extra uncomfortable. And the CTs have to push up a bit to reclaim some territory on the map. You can see them waiting in towards T spawn. It will be. Is it Nitro? Indeed it is, hitting the shot. And that's good information. He knows there's one towards lower, or at least in the B tunnels. And they can just hold up at this stage. Don't have to really rush the push, as they got a 5-on-3. The only trouble they have now is Wardell. If he hits 2 kills here, which there is a chance of that happening, they could be in a lot of trouble. But now that kind of has been taken away. Those 2 smokes have really got them a lot of protection there.
Oh, so dangerous. When you move over to this spot, you know they could come over, peek overwards, over top of you, excuse me, and he's just going to fall now. Look for a they're not even going to go for it. Yeah, 3v5. Low on grenades somewhat. They've got an op to save. They've got too much to lose, Henry.
I think that would be correct. And Dust 2, you'll see a lot of this. Like, that's the one thing I don't like about spectating this map is, like, you'll yield quite quickly on this map. You'll just back out if you lose the first kill. And even if it's a 4-on-4, they've planted B. If there's 4 Ts, you know there's no damage done and you haven't got a full buy of all the grenades, it's almost not worth it, you know? Like, you might as well just save up, especially if you've got the lead like this. This isn't a must-win round.
Okay, so just to show what's off camera right
Oh,
now.
no, is that what I think it is?
Fifflaren accidentally sat in a puddle or something and then also got water on
Put his
laptop.
laptop in the puddle?
I
Yeah,
don't
so
know
he got
what
the laptop
happened,
in the
guys.
water. So I actually said put rice in it as a joke earlier. We've
Oh,
got
can
a
we-
bag of rice here. To,
Maybe we could do it on the stream.
Yeah, we
like,
can just
maybe-
do this
But
live.
I'm pretty sure people have seen.
Can we call it tac
someone
pause?
pour rice?
I need 30
over-
seconds.
That's a good point. I don't know if rice in a bucket
No,
and
that
a laptop
does.
in
That,
it is the most exciting and stimulating thing in the world.
I don't know if that's content for the people, you know.
Don't you have to leave it for
I
like
agree
3
with you. I
days for
thought
this
it
to be a
was.
thing?
No.
Like, you're doing it for a few hours?
No, I'm not doing it for a few hours. I'm getting something else here.
Oh, okay.
no, he's
I
just gonna eat the
like
rice
that.
and dry it off with a towel.
Yeah, naturally.
Here we go. Oh, so this is interesting. What's the technique he's going to go for?
You're just gonna fill it up.
I really hope
You
he
know that
splits the bag
technique.
and he's going to make
This
a
is
real
making
mess.
me want Korean barbecue.
Apparently, there's a good one nearby, 10 minutes away.
Yeah,
So
I
there
think
is.
that's Chinese rice. So
here we go.
awkward.
The incision's been made to the bag.
Wow, just went ahead and ripped
Clean.
that open.
Yeah, with his teeth.
Yeah.
And the pour is in.
Animalistic there.
Form looks good. He's got an even spread across the board.
Now, do you
He's
open
really
up the lid of the
covering the
laptop to
laptop.
let the rice?
I think you put in all the ports. Get it in there.
Do we actually get a pause for this? Wonderful.
Yeah, they paused it for this moment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
Spread it out nice and
finishing
thick.
it up. Yeah, don't let any grain go to waste. Perfect.
Spread
He's
it out.
covered the laptop completely. But
Gonna
don't
take a photo. Nice.
So
That's
check
what I
out
found.
check
All
out
right, yes,
Fifflaren's
so
Twitter if you
Fifflaren's
want to see
Twitter,
what it
there
looks
we
like.
go. what a box of rice looks like on the
It's
ground.
exciting stuff. Riveting content being produced here. Really
Oh, he's showing some of the
earning our
laptop.
paychecks here, as it will be a 5 versus 4. The opening kill comes through. That is going to be in favour of Team Liquid, of course, and we'll see now the recovery.
Uh-oh.
Been plenty of this. Kusta's got the AWP this time.
Dude,
trying
you almost never actually peek all the way to the top.
no,
because of
this is
CT,
like one
that's
of
a
the least
risk.
favourable angles in the game for CTs. Like,
Oh,
if you try and fake this angle, especially with a rifle, like
It's something you do. You got a bone to pick with someone in a face-it pug, and then you're
Oh
just
yeah,
like, yeah,
I
I'm
love. Don't
peeking
think
this kid
I love challenging it. I take it every time.
every
but-
time. Yeah, you win.
That's why you're always
20% of
dead
the time
first.
every time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's it.
Is-
Kusa's always loved a bit of a mid peak.
Takes one bullet.
He's going to
for
go
it.
back for more.
Yeah, he's got an op though.
For
Is that-
seconds.
An op's
100%.
coming for him though. No, where is he, Stewie?
100% he's going for
But
the
more
peaks.
so Naf. A site's weak again. Are they just gonna save? It's gonna be 3 rounds in a row where they just like save on the A
Well, they
site.
have to fight for one eventually, you'd think, right?
Eventually, but without this is the exact same position. There's a kill that might not happen. Kusta is going out for the repeat. Naf has happened to take that duel, knowing it's 1-to-1 bullet, and Freakazoid finally pushes long. That's a good idea by him.
Yeah,
taking
he's
it
gonna
around
he's
his
gonna
own
pick up the
hands.
op and save. They're not going for this.
Yeah, so I guess they hold back potentially. Maybe because wait, where does their money fall after this? I guess is the question. They've still got some left over. No, they've got nothing.
Press tab, they've got first aid loss bonus. They're going to get 1900 next round on the
Yeah.
CT side. So, with nothing reserved, like, they need to save these 2 weapons.
This is bad. Yeah, this is maybe it's not
Yeah.
guessing correctly on the right side, or just they need to be more confident about a 3-2 setup, so at least it's harder to get to A. But
They just need to be more fluid and actually like reacting to certain scenarios. And obviously it helps if you don't lose a teammate early on in the rounds, because then you just have no idea. Because the terrorists can move around as well, so
There's a number of things that they could potentially do. And Liquid only have a slight lead. It looks like Ghosts are just getting their salad tossed, if you will. But so far, they've been keeping up.
Got into salad tossing already.
Oh, we're just getting warmed up, Jason. You don't know what I've got planned.
10:42 in the morning. First salad toss reference.
The first salad has been
tossed.
It's a great
way to start the day.
Is it getting tossed with jelly or syrup?
A lot of energy. A great way to start the day.
AWP, a Krieg, 3 pistols. They are not investing into everything. They've got even $1,900 this round. They're going to have to take this round on the chin. You can still win it with 1 AWP and a rifle for sure, but you do need the Deagles to step in and get a few cheeky picks. That timing, though, is unreal, but still with the smoke down, I assume you'd be a little bit wary of it still. But they won't have the intel. He's top and middle, but it seems like they've got it covered. Regardless, it's all fine. No problem at all for NAF.
Kind of a crummy round here for Ghost. I mean, they've got to save these guns into the next round because they're so poor. And it's going to be the last round, round 15. They at least have the AWP and the SIG. They're relying on these pistols. The pistols get a kill. They might try to commit to this. All these CT players are here. They're pushing through. The Deagle's getting 2, and they've got 3 here crowded up, looking to boost to see if they can find these kills. And Wardell does find his. It's actually a whole new round. Elige might be a small light in the tunnel. Neptune gets killed in CT spawn. They have tags on Wardell and Steel still on A. They don't know that there's one sitting closely behind on Cat. And this kill, or this duel might go down, but it seems like no.
Look how slow Ghost is to actually move across the map.
They really think it's going to be A, even though they have control of every single part of A. So
that's
a bit strange.
Spicy meatball.
Yeah, too reactive.
No, not enough
Passive.
that round. Like, they're just chilling on catwalking in the bomb site, and eventually you got to get together and do something. Especially, like, when Elige kills someone at CT spawn from mid, it's like, we don't have control of that half of the map. Someone needs to move.
Well, bombs down, no kits available. A Molotov and I think a flash is all Steel has, says Elige holding towards B-Town. If he gets one of these kills, it's going to be enough.
No, he
and
can't
that
get
should
that
be
one.
it. Yeah, Steel really had to make that kill happen.
That's a big readjustment he had to do.
Yeah, that should have been his. Oh, it's a shame. That will signal the retreats. They entered with 1 Krieg and an AWP, and that's exactly what they're going to leave with as well. Actually, had a fighting chance of winning the round, but it doesn't realise itself. It's going to be Team Liquid. Is that winning the half now? Is that the 8th round on the board? I think it is.
Yeah, that'll be 8.
There it is. Final round coming through, and money is going to be there. They get $2,400 per player now. Still not quite enough, but with the saved weapon, they should be able to get full buys out.
Yeah, they get everything they need. They've been doing a good job of saving. It's really, I guess the biggest issue is like opening kill, maybe get a trade on the site before the bomb goes down, but instead like Liquid get a plan every round. And here, I mean, literally 2v4. This round was fantastic, and just like Jason was saying, they're not responding in time to when they need to rotate. And the call couldn't have been more obvious. They had full control of the A site. There was no reason for Liquid to want to go there, and Elige got his kill at mid. So it's like they know that his teammate can tether off of him, rotate to the B site. They take that small risk, it's going to be wide open. And yeah, still, Ghost on the eco, don't take the risk.
You needed those 2 players in A like to push catwalk, and then that 1 player pushing long was fine. But you push catwalk and you go towards mid, and you at least get the information of what's happening. And you know Elige either fell back, so from there you can actually respond, but it's just too slow coming out. Too slow.
Is that another song?
Yeah, I do voices. It's my thing. Right, Robin?
That's your thing?
Yeah, apparently.
Is that your singing voice?
I don't know.
Because obviously when you sing, right, especially in the shower, you probably like change your voice a little bit, make it sound a little bit better.
What song do you play in the shower in the morning, Robin?
I don't
Do you play
play
Swedish music, or do you play...
No. I don't listen to any Swedish music almost.
Okay.
I'm not I also don't watch like any Swedish stuff, like movies and stuff.
Yeah, he's trying to assimilate, so he's given up everything.
Are you
Swedish.
full-blown American, would you say now?
No, my mom actually, whenever they come to visit, I start to forget words in Swedish, unfortunately. I'm not as bad as like those guys you see on TV that just uses, instead of not knowing the word, you just use the English word and you just become a douchebag.
Okay.
At least I try, and I like try to remember. The problem is that it takes me a while.
Oh,
so, like,
there's a snap. At least they had to go through everybody at A site this time.
Yeah, well, Kuz is doing a decent job. He actually might get the 3rd. Is NAF going to burn? Not quite. So it's going to be 9-6. Nice resurgence there from Liquid. It looked like the mid stages are actually going to lose the half, but they came right back, winning 4 rounds in a row towards the end. But still, 9-6, what you'd expect in Dust 2. Still anyone's game, essentially. Pistols could be pretty massive here.
Should be.
Robin, what are your thoughts? What are you hoping to see in the second half?
Well, we have to remember too, right? That Ghost picked CT side for a reason, and like this is one of the conversation points we always have with us too, of like where do you choose to start?
Yeah.
And obviously they didn't get that choice. I think that coming out after map 1, I think they would have probably opted to start T side here, having that like the momentum coming in.
Yeah, I know from James IRL, he always talks about like, oh, T side. If you're not playing well, just T side because you get more chances to like rifle up. You can rush, play on your own terms. You know, it's like less. There's less of like an even spread on the kills. It's usually if 2 guys are playing well on T side, they can lead the charge, and you can take a site, you can win the round before, like Liquid were doing to them this whole game. So
and you have like there's obviously like a conversation like this whole thing, like the mentality gets brought up so many times, but you can also argue the fact that like it also obviously depends on maps, right? Like Dust 2 is just such an open map of you have so many opportunities here on the T side to get picks. So why wouldn't you take that? So to your point, Henry, I think that for Ghost and here, I go back to I'm envisioning like Ghost's team always Steel's teams to be just very not super tactical, but have like a very good game plan.
They have been, yeah.
Good fundamentals.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like really hoping here for too. Some really cool set strats, you know, like some really proper like B splits.
Well, I'd expect teams like Ghost for sure. Like teams that are hovering around tier 2, tier 3, like they should be focusing really on having the greater strategies on a map like this, where teams like Liquid don't necessarily get to play it a ton. They should be having some great like innovations on it, some lovely executions, like you're saying. We'll see what they can do with the pistol. Very fast approach towards B, but the flashes are decent. You can see Stewie can't line them up, and he'll go down. He'll pay the price, and this is looking fantastic for Ghost. Nitro needs to find a kill here, but the smokes, this is looking very, very good. With that plant going down, there's not much chance of a retake happening here.
This would be one hell of a retake if they pull it off, just as you're saying. A little bit of damage done. They've got at least a big flank coming in, so the big flank kind of insurance outside of the B site here in Playground is going to get shot down, and that's the tunnels opened at least a little bit.
That's a boost.
Yeah, won't do much, but it was a nice idea, and they do not. So they do have the kit. Nitro is the one who have it, but they need to find multiple kills, and that could be the start.
Now they all walk in.
It's actually going pretty well for
my god, not bad at all. Time is ticking, but there's just Steel to stop this. He needs to get everything, and he can't. The bomb. Wow, the kit actually gets to the bomb in time, too. And the thing will turn green, but it doesn't matter, man. It's It's double digits
That's
for
a round you can't afford to give
up. And you
up.
see the call there, too, from the window guy. He's forced to push outside.
That's actually a perfect
there.
retake. They did everything perfectly.
Yeah. No, he's forced to push outside window there. That's why Steel was a little bit late on that call, because the call was there to just take over mid instead of because they're coming from a B tunnel.
Right.
He dies instead, leaving Steel in, like you're saying, in a very hard situation in 1-on-3.
That flanker can't get that many kills though. Twist got what, 3 kills?
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that retake? He cannot get.
At least the second one in tunnel's got a trade. Yeah, that would have been a big difference. But I mean, it was basically a retake that the CT should win like 20% of the time at most. And so kills like this need to happen. Everything's got to go right. And then that.
Here we see
but
the
the
push.
thing is, their spacing was so good. They pushed in the door at the right time.
The call was just made there. It was probably Steel called it, but look where he was positioned. He was on site. He didn't have time to push out with the window guy to get the kill.
They're going to buy up regardless after losing the pistols. So we're seeing more and more these days. Like if you have $3,000, you can get the Galil armor and some basic utility. You want to drop an AK to your star player, ideally. It's going to be Freakazoid, makes sense. He's famously the entry fragger role, so you want him to be going in first and trying to find the AK shots. You ideally don't want to be firing off any bullets at this stage. If you don't want to go in for any wall bangs, you want to kind of keep it a secret almost that you've pulled up in this manner. And fire off some deagles, sure, but you don't want to give away that you've got rifles until you absolutely have to commit.
Oh, that's a sick nade.
Oh, ouch.
That's not bad at all. That's a pretty shit spot for the scout, though. But Twist is here as well. And I'll be able to keep some space.
Man, his HSP is through
that's,
the
I
roof.
mean, that's essentially the round over right there.
Yeah, with the HP as it is, they're done. If they get a plan out of this, that'll be a victory at this stage.
That'd be huge.
We'll see if they can do it. They'll give them enough to have this similar sort of buy going forward.
They've forgotten about Elbow, and there's someone out mid. Kusta could think.
This got interesting now.
Yeah, suddenly the rotations are coming out, and Elbow, does get spotted. Naf, smart enough to clear it. Very wise of him to actually take that time. Many players could have very easily forgotten about it, but Ghost do get into the B site. Freakazoid will put the bomb down. They'll get some money.
He could
definitely doable here.
Yeah, he can do something that's like not the play you want to make, but they flashed him in.
2 shittiest guns you'd want to have a retake potentially. So,
he gets a high HP guy too.
Headshot. It's big box. It's understood where he's going to be, but the reason he's standing here is because it's such a versatile spot. It'll be tough to kill him, especially without tunnels control. And Naf is low. And there it is. The 1v3 completed. Very nice from Freakazoid. And very nice from, I think it was Kusta who got the kill out mid.
Yeah, he pulled the Elige from that.
There you go.
Well, that was looking like they were almost just getting the plant and seeing what they could do with it. The facts. Go on.
That's a really sick readjustment.
Yeah.
That mid-round from them.
Yeah, they've had to do something, right? They lost everything towards A, back towards middle, catch a player rotating out of B. And it was looking so clean. You're right. Twister looked like he shut this one down. Look at the HP on them as well. It's a 5-on-3 of that sort of HP.
Yeah.
And they just managed to keep them on the A side just long enough. And there was, I wouldn't call it a mistake. A Twist gets flashed in towards B to go get the information as to where he is. It's still very winnable for his teammates, but Freakazoid just hits great shots and plays it almost perfectly there. He couldn't have done much better with that situation. So well played to him.
Yeah, he looked calm. Didn't overspray, anything like that. They start this round off strong, too. Steel's going for the spam through the wall. Wardell will actually steal it from him. And, oh, it's Liquid to actually spend all their money, so they're anticipating a double save here.
Yeah, this is that puts a whole wrench in the economy game, doesn't it?
I feel like there's never a good situation to buy to 0, though. When you're in the middle of the game, if you save $300-400 on your next full buy, that'll definitely be a smoke, a flash, a Molotov, or a kit, or a full head armor. If you can afford it, like even a Deagle, like do you really need half armor? It's not bad, but the Deagles are very expensive.
Anyway, right?
If you get hit, you're dead anyway. Like
if you're going for
it's
one
kind of
leagues,
like an op. Like you take your shot.
I guess it's just when it just feels more comfortable. You know, if you have the armor, you just feel like you can take a few more duels. You can avoid nades. It's just more of a mentality thing. But you're right. If you're gonna get one dig, chances are you're gonna fire.
I think if you can afford it, but if you go down to 0, I don't think there's a good situation to go down to 0 in the middle of the game. We'll see. We'll see what their buy looks like, but I'm guaranteeing you they're gonna make some compromises.
Next round's going to be a very low investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost nothing. I think.
Almost nothing. They got a double save.
Be P250s at best. Maybe smoke middle, stack long or something. We'll see what happens, but it looks like they might as well save the Deagle armor. It's better than having the aforementioned nothing. So Deagle's a couple of flashes. Utility worth its weight in gold at this stage, so those flashes might be able to save the day, or at least find a couple of kills. We'll see, but it's Ghost keeping 4 players alive here. We've got a Galil there for Wardell and a Krieg up, but they're actually looking pretty comfortable now. They're right back in the conversation of taking the second map. Anyone who's not aware, this format is not like we're not at the elimination stages by any means. It's the first game of the tournament. Everyone in the group stages will make it to the playoffs. It's just whether you'll go directly towards the semis or be in the quarters, right? That's how it's all kind of working out. And then if you come dead last in the seed, you're going to be having a real rough ride in the quarterfinals playing against the higher seed, right?
I have a fuzzy memory, but I think it's something like how they used to do it in StarCraft. The kind of bracket with the ladder, the winners get in, and then the others fight to get a place versus the winners.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I've heard them have that conversation at least. I don't know enough about it, but I've heard someone talk about that before.
Yeah.
So the saved Eagles, and then 3 players not investing anything. Great shot for Freak.
Oh, he's in a tough spot.
What could have been a good spray, but a hold here from Stewie. 2 clean, 1 Deags, and it's an eco. He's recovered an AK. He's upgraded.
There's another one there as well.
This would be a great fight to win if Kusigo goes down there. Stewie's got 3 now with the
3K.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
It's a classic line.
I've somehow never said
so
that.
quick?
I've somehow never ever said that while casting.
I've done Stewie 6K before. It's when he got
killed
an
a
ace
teammate
and
as an
killed
ace,
himself. Yeah, that was
Always trying to one-up Launders, I see.
yeah, well, you know, got to let him know his boss. Always trying to one-up. 2-on-1. This one's any can remember. It's a Liquid. Still have a chance to win this one. I don't think Nitro can do it, though. So an expensive round for Ghost, but they'll be happy just to win it this way. I think their money's relatively comfortable. Yeah, it is, absolutely. So what do we have here available for Liquid? Do they have enough for...
The question is, do they want ops? And
that's what I'm trying to work out. Do they want to bring...
They obviously don't want ops.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Not interested. Just going to move on.
Yeah, so they do have kits or no? Yeah, so they don't have kits, no head armor. So there's your compromise. You save a little bit of money. You actually have 1 kit. Am I blind or?
There's no kits.
Okay.
You are blind.
But yeah, both. Okay, it's just both. It's a slow start here for the T's. They're looking to even up in double digits. First kill's easy for Nitro. Wait, oh, that was Nitro who won that. Right behind him, they double peeked that.
Yeah,
Very smart,
he went through the smoke, yeah.
It's the T's to congregate on Cat.
This is such a good read from Liquid. They already have 4 people here. They've had that since the beginning of the round. That 4th player just goes to CT spawn, and he's going to be close by. So this is going to be so tough.
Oh my god. Oh, they killed the ramp player. That's a big one. And Nitro's been tagged and spotted. He also got a kill. Decides to walk haphazardly through a smoke, and Twist will come through with a spray. Last bullet is a kill, and now it's a 2-on-1 due to that. And Wardell, he can get creative. This is what we love to see. Wardell is so good in these situations.
This is like an AWPer's dream.
Yeah.
This sort of scenario right now, you've got the bomb down, you've got a chance to really showcase your talents, and you've got space to maneuver with as well. Both heading towards short. He's got the Molotov as well. This should be his round. I'd say he actually has a slight advantage here. If he gets the Molotov down on the bomb, with his first kill coming in, that would have been enough, but he has to hit that first shot.
Uncharacteristic.
Yeah, not going to happen for him. I thought
he
that
was so
at least
nervous
good
there
for
though
one.
because the long guy, like it was
Yeah,
actually a
right.
good call there from Nitro pushing back, or was it Twist?
Stewie.
Oh, it's Stewie. Like
That's
just
right.
leaving long and going cat instead because they saw that.
Or
no,
no,
that was
Twist.
Twist. Yeah,
It was Twist, right?
He
Yeah,
hit that
it worked out for
gnarly
him.
spray.
Yeah, it worked out for him in the beginning for Wardell because like long is clear now, but you saw the hesitation. The flash comes. Normally he peeks there, but he still is scared of the long guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the goal there, just make presence so the person's always scared of you. Wardell just like, how do I make this a 1v1 as soon as possible? And they don't give him that chance. So the first kill comes in, he can fall back to long, but as Fiff is saying, because could have been so nervous, just rattled from that. For Nitro, I'm like, why?
I can't believe Twist gets that kill.
Why go a little bit farther and then walk through
That's
the
so
smoke?
silly.
You know what's so funny? Like the best players, the most mechanical skills, also get the luckiest shots. Like they seem to hit everything.
Well, you throw enough shit at the wall, something's going to stick.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Well then, opening damage there. Wardell standing in the Molotov towards long, hoping a CT would have the balls to cross over. Not going to happen. He takes a lot of damage, but it's not the end of the world. He's using the AWP after all, but he will be the one spearheading the attack towards short. Nades coming through, and you can see Money actually a little bit problematic on both sides of the equation here. Will be
Oh yeah.
Nitro with the MP9. They've got saved AKs, but they lose this round, they could be in a lot of trouble. So
A rare sight these days post update.
Yeah.
You don't have too many rounds like these where it's just like, anything can happen for the other team. Don't
or the
think.
nade is so strong. Ouch.
Oh, damn,
my God.
dude.
Look at all this damage that's been done.
That's huge by Naf. I mean, he's just got a read on that. I see you, baby.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, in his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost
The
even
fonts.
hotter in his mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fonts.
You don't want it to be hot, but it just keeps getting hotter and
It's
hotter.
just, yeah, the anticipation.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So Robin's out
90,
again. He's wet his
100.
pants.
yeah, cheers, mate. Mr. Wet Bottom's out.
He forgot the depends.
Yeah, well, it's going to be an absolute slaughter towards short so far. But they're still in this round. That shot would have decided it, but they managed to keep a couple of players alive there towards short.
Chris is just going to
kill-
win this, right? Yeah.
He's
He's just going to win it.
He's
Like,
so on point.
yeah, he's just going to... Oh, man. I can't imagine how annoying that must be to play against.
I haven't seen enough. Like, there was so much hype around this the Neptune guy. Like, I haven't watched him play a ton, and I've heard he's had better tournament, like better year this time. And I was told so much about him last year.
He's
I was
just
like,
got so long to get good, is the thing. Like he was like literally 15 like 2 years ago.
It's kind of also like what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. Like I think Ghost is just at the moment just in like a little bit of a funk with their team in terms
yeah,
of
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess like when you hear so much hype about a player you're not aware of, and you come in like, let's see what they can do. But he is playing as Liquid, and I understand it's like not going to be able to be lights out every time. It's not like he's having a bad game. I just haven't seen anything that's like, wow, okay, that this kid's the future.
He's definitely got some. I think the first round, I casted his first round in Pro League, and he got like a 1v3 in like his very first round ever.
He's like any other player that just has
yeah,
above average skills in the game. And like who knows where the career is going to go?
sure.
Right?
Yeah, it's good. That's a good point. People get so excited, but there's so many other criteria that go into it. On top of luck and teammates and calling style, everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never know when you're going to cross that barrier.
I think
It's like-
Ghost has thrown in the towel. I think they've tapped out.
You think so already? Yeah, 12 to 9. I mean, it is just the eco.
They do not seem to have a cohesive plan or idea at their approach to this
But
round.
I feel like every map matters so much.
Have they even taken any timeouts or anything? I don't think they haven't.
in the first map they did. I don't know.
First,
about,
I don't think I've seen any timeouts.
This
Well,
map,
it's so
this
close
map
for
we
so
got
long.
we called a timeout to look at
There was
Fifflaren's
a
laptop
timeout, yeah.
in the rice.
That's true. Oh yeah, we weren't
They
necessarily.
might have
paying
talked then,
attention.
but
yeah.
that was ours. So.
All right, you're true. That's right. You're right. What have we got here then? We have a full buy available. Ghosts are starting to drop off now. The excitement of the game, the conversation of them taking a second map is starting to go quiet.
This is where I'd expect them to take a timeout because you just had a save. You're about to get all your utility.
Yeah.
You're about to have the AWP.
Talk about it. Yeah. Good point. Man, always risky to take that shot not seeing anybody when you have to help your teammate down fast cat. Oh, and there it is. A kill that could have gone their way, but Naf takes the more passive angle, still realizes he needs to flash to cross that, and Naf just finds a good timing. Maybe the flash didn't go deep enough there.
Well, he's ready for it regardless. Opening kill, and you can see he's not overcommitting. Holding him off of utility the best he can. Ideally wants to fall back towards B, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got to the window now. Leave middle open. You've got the advantage already. They're going to have to use a lot of utility to even get up towards B. So wait to see what that move is.
This will say a lot how cohesive they stay in this round. I mean, you're fending on 14. It's going to be one of your last buys. You've got an off. Wardell probably never see that again, so What can they do? The 4v5. I mean, if they lose, right?
Yeah, it's
So,
gonna be last round of the off and the half.
And he's gone. So,
I don't even think he saw anyone.
like a pinball. A pinball? A pin? Pin. Like bowling. Anyways, take it away, Jason.
I thought pinball worked as well. Don't worry.
Yeah, pinball was fine. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's quite a good one. But then he's just ruined it for
He ruined it, huh? Overthought it.
Self-sabotage.
I wish it was more dumb. I would have understood that.
5 on 3. We'll try and keep things at least relevant for now. I know Jason's got some things to say. Get off his chest.
No, I'm good. I was just gonna.
Talk about how Stewie's going to get a 2K right here.
Stewie loves off angles and mid with the AUG. He's
Yeah.
not gonna get the 2K.
Ooh.
Naf just likes headshots, regardless of
So
the
does
position.
Twist.
Spicy flash and quite a quiet finish here from Ghost, rolling over almost.
Twist is a juggernaut, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you can't play the game when you know one player knows you will never go to his spot anymore, right? You can't let him just stand there and disrespect you over and over again. You have to at least try to make him think that you can take it if you put everybody there. But you go out long, he's just melting you every single round. He's had a fantastic series, I guess, if you want to call it.
He has had a really
20-something
good
on the
series,
last map, yeah.
I think he had 21 or 22 in the last map. 24.
Partial buy to give up map point. It's not ideal. If anything, it's quite disastrous, really, as they go through the gauntlet here. They're burning to a crisp. 3 Ghost players down, and Liquid look almost guaranteed at this stage to get map points. This will be their second map victory. They can close it out. Maybe a little bit too audacious there towards long, and it will be taken care of, though. Twist finds yet another kill.
Can we get
an
an ADR check on Twist?
Oh, the CZ not ideal with that.
Oh, it must be so high.
Yeah, it's probably just ridiculously high. Can we get a more stats check on Twist here?
Hey, is it's DJ observing, right?
It might be.
Is it?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Uncrustables himself.
here
DJ,
we
pull
go.
up the scoreboard.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see,
Thank you so much.
Let's see what
Advanced stats,
advanced
DJ.
stats, DJ.
Enhance.
There we go. Yeah.
Enhance.
They got a print of that?
100 and
15? No, wait. That's
that
Oh, that's
198?
93. No, he's got 93.
That's utility damage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
That
I was like, wow, that's quite
somewhat
a
of
bit.
a middling performance
Whoa.
after all.
It's
but-
a new record, ladies and gentlemen. We've finally done it. We've found it. All right, could be the last round, Jason. Any thoughts to close us out?
You know, my only thoughts is like these are kind of like scorelines you'd expect Ghost to be able to get to against Liquid, but what's disappointing me is I've never really felt like they had a chance of winning any of these maps. Like even when it's been close, once you get to the meat and the potatoes of the map,
Yeah.
it feels like Ghost has never actually had a chance to win it. They've never taken
Yeah.
control. Of the
It's
game.
been a little bit flat. Even the situation should have won, like
Yeah.
the bomb plant situations. The only real good run I feel like was the Freakisode one, the 1v3.
That was nice.
Yeah,
that was their chance to turn the game
Freak
around.
has
Right.
played
Yeah.
playing pretty good individually
That's
since
true.
he joined this roster. Like I think, and a lot of it, and I know you've referenced it a couple times. He has that reputation as just being like the mindless entry fragging, like robot that you send forward first to try and get a kill or whatever. But he's actually kind of fleshed out his game a bit.
Well, then, they're going to need absolutely everything they've got available to them here for this final push towards A. They are crossing over. 4 players available. A difficult shot for Nitro. The timing's awkward as well. He won't hit the shots, and it looks like the round might be done here. But look who's still alive and kicking.
Daddy.
It's Twist, and he's got the bomb down, and it looks like he's hungry for more, but 2 will have to do. And a 3 versus 2 at least makes things possible for the remaining CTs here.
Bombs on the ramp could plant whatever he wants. They
Ambitious.
just don't know if Cat's been taken. So Steel's taking his time. Oh, we'll go for a very open, good
It's all
plant for
Steel.
his teammate. They've got Cat control.
If he gets this kill,
Wow. Yeah, he
He was
could
ready
have
to
taken
Real
that angle
nasty
better.
peek, too.
But
Do you
yeah.
see that? Imagine if Freakisode at that
Freak was
point.
probably pissed just seeing that shoulder
Yeah,
peek,
I was pissed just seeing that shoulder.
Yeah.
That was so dirty.
Well,
All right, they live
still
for
in
another
it.
round.
When you cast, they win. When you cast,
So I
they
should
win.
cast all the time? Or
Yeah,
not
if you
cast?
don't want to wear the
would
dress.
what do you prefer
don't
here,
wear the
Henry?
dress then.
I want to see Josh Nissan lift the trophy, so I'm going for cast.
You're going for
Okay.
full-blown
Yeah.
major winning casting.
You're
here.
winning you're winning the All-American award this map. That's
I wanted
actually
the
a big
big heart award,
surprise.
to be honest. I feel like
I mean, you
Award
can give
yourself, it
yourself
just
the
doesn't
big
mean that
heart
much.
award.
Yeah, I mean,
give myself
Yeah,
the
that'd be
HenryG
It is-
big heart
it
award.
is your award.
It's only fitting that I lifted myself. Let's go into a double up on the T side here, guys. One of the few maps that actually is a thing. Don't really see it too often. But
oh,
still
you've got
is
to
a thing.
prepare. Yeah, you need the wet ass, wet bottom.
No, we already
Wet
had that, right?
ass.
What's that? Wait, which one was it? What's that award?
It's your award. So
No,
The
yeah.
Fifflaren wet bottom award.
But who did we have for that?
it was.
It was Steel when he walked in front of Naf. for
Oh
that.
yeah, that's
Ah,
right.
right.
When
Yeah.
he right, it's that the double kill came through. Yeah, that was the wet bottom.
Yeah, that's the one for me, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twist has been the Terminator. not to call this game over just yet, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It is a full buy.
Oh,
but Naf, he's been so good opping mid.
No HP as well. Just takes that peak.
Honestly,
Would
he's
you take
still,
that
he's
peek,
still in the
Henry?
running. If we go a few
Imagine
more
it.
rounds,
You get
I would
tagged
be
7 HP.
I'd be knife out to 8.
Yeah,
I'd be knife out
you're
to
not taking that peek.
I'd be knife out to 8, just holding like a pussy on the outside. Just making sure I'm in goose or something like that, right? That's what I'd be doing.
Like, listen, guys, I'm playing this headshot angle for the
yeah,
next
yeah,
minute now.
Look, guys, I'm lit. You know, it's over. But
That's-
that's a nice reply. There was a push from short. I missed
yeah,
it.
they attempted a flash and it just went a little too far, which is, it's a tough thing to flash.
Walk through it, Elish. I double dog dare you. Nav again with
He's-
the
Dude,
Just
he's
out
just
of
at
his
mid.
mind.
Doesn't give a
Like,
fuck.
you don't even typically sit at mid as an op these days. And
He's not going for another one.
oh my god,
The
and
absolute
he's gonna
mad
get it
lash.
too. He's farther away from the angle. Yeah, that's easy.
That's
Wardell's
not bad.
gone. Oh, my
no.
god, keep
Oh,
feeding. Whoa.
boo.
Okay.
Someone take him out of there.
Not a
That's
bad shot.
unbelievable.
There's Neptune for you, Henry.
Yeah, he jumped.
That wasn't bad.
Pop, pop.
Alige wants to slice the action here.
Oh, the mid rounding here. Is Ghost come back into it?
The mind games, I think Alige is done for, yeah.
Oh, Neptune.
Tight. Nitro hits these shots all day.
Up. Boom.
Oh,
he
he
hit
tagged
him. Damn, bro. He doesn't even know. Okay, he's going to see the rotate to long,
Oh, God.
but he doesn't
Oh,
know
God.
about this.
Oh, God. Oh.
They could
Footsteps
still-
heard. That's a one-way street right now. So all the information is on these two
Have they got
teams.
smokes?
They don't even have a smoke. They both
Oh,
went
they have
long.
to flash and just go for a run boost, maybe?
This is like a challenge.
Run boost.
Oh my
How
god!
many
Peek for
times
this!
have we
Peek for this!
seen
Peek
this
for this!
fail?
Peek for this! He's gonna hear it. Okay, they heard. They know they crossed.
Okay, looks like they saw him.
Oh, that sucks. Good flash though. Oh, he misses,
Oh
and
my
Neptune gets off the bomb, puts together the 3 kills before they had a man advantage, and even on low HP, straight up is the only
I
reason
like
they won.
the play from Nitro, though. Like, he really read that well. The fact there's a plant going on there, he could flash over towards
Dude, think
long.
about how
get
unlucky he
first.
got. He
Yeah.
got bottled.
Yeah.
If he was able to run it, not take any noise,
Yeah,
he would have got
right.
that
You
shot
really
off.
get that, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually a good point. I think that was probably the
Well,
defining
thank
factor.
you.
Yeah,
Just
well,
full of them.
full of it, I would say.
M.
We'll get
Poor
into...
distinction. That's a nice kill, man.
Yeah, this was a really
This
cool
Neptune,
play.
you talked about him, and now he wants to impress.
I'm fine with that. I want him to light it up. I'm happy with that. Like, I don't hate the dude.
Whoa, okay.
Let's put that out there.
Hey, no one said that.
That's usually the implication we make. Like, the way things get embellished and exaggerated.
I don't
here.
think he's a big, terrible person. Wow.
It's not what you were saying last night.
What was I saying? Please elaborate.
You said you just hated him.
Well,
Everything
we were-
about him.
well, we
the
were-
way he looked.
You turned the lights
Damn,
off.
the way
We
he
were going to
smelled.
bed, and I said, Jason, before we go to sleep,
Why were you guys?
just can I just got to get this off my chest.
Can I just let you know how I feel? I have to tell somebody.
I know we've got a 7.
I got a
full time.
prediction. Liquid win the eco.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could be a thing.
All right.
I think that it's just, Alicia's taking his time, but yeah, he's got him wrapped up. They haven't spotted the cat push from lower, and they're probably really relying on Alige to spot this for them. So, yeah,
Where did
Alige-
Steel die? Did he die along? Is that a gun that Elish could pick up?
that is a good question. That would be huge. Imagine if Alige picked up an AK and they're not looking.
This timing could be extra spicy. Especially with that aggro taken away as well. They're not going to be checking long right now. He has to nail the shot.
Oh, you didn't even have to do that one. That might not
Okay.
even be information for them.
Oh, there it is.
Bye-bye.
And 1v2 though, Twist is in danger. He's here.
Danger!
He's here.
Danger!
He's here. The back guy. That was an important round. He jumps through to try to take the duel. And Neptune will run by the fire but not take damage. Bombs here at long. Stop laughing, guys. A very serious moment. And Alige will take it.
Round of applause, guys.
Yeah,
The prediction,
really well done.
perfect.
Not a
Eco
prediction.
outside
That
it is.
was such. It was great.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
Back and forth. It had everything, really.
Another 16-11.
Another 16-11.
That's true. This one seemed closer though, for some reason. Or do you agree? Well, I mean, it was 14.
Well, I mean,
The
it's
first-
14-1
the first half
half,
wasn't
yeah.
a 14-1, yeah.
Oh, 16-10.
actually lied. Yeah, 16, off by one whole round. One
Well,
big
they
round.
looked solid there, Liquid, throughout. Ghost definitely were better in the second map.
I see
but
what you did
Liquid-
there.
What did I do?
Solid. They look solid. Liquid looks solid.
Hit at
Anyways,
different states of matter.
Exactly. They're going to the potentially gassy
looks
state after this
plasma.
one.
The
Yeah.
guy who's full of gas said Liquid looked more solid.
Nice.
It's perfect, isn't it? It all comes together. Did you guys enjoy yourselves there? I feel like for
I
the
had fun
first
with it.
cast, we definitely have some things to improve on.
Whoa,
it's our best
okay.
work.
Okay,
well,
so
fair
put it in
enough.
the Google Doc. Or
Yeah,
save it for
it's
later.
just like,
Morale's
check it
really
tomorrow.
high right now. And
But yeah, overall, I feel like we had a good time. Like, can you just sit back a bit, please, darling?
why?
'Cause I can't see everyone.
Oh, sorry.
Like-
Why are you touching me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like,
Hold on.
okay,
There's
well,
one thing we can
Hey,
work
listen. He doesn't hate you, all right? Like,
Yeah,
we're all friends
I don't hate
here.
the guy. But anyway,
Thinking about a bad person.
I think, I'll be honest, I think that you guys did great.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you
What
can
about
join us for
yourself?
next
Come
one.
on, don't leave yourself out
well,
of this.
I mean, I wasn't even supposed to be on the couch for this game, but he kept on giving me shit for leaving. He's like,
I
oh, he's
appreciate
out now.
that. So
Did you
Yeah.
point at me?
What?
Who'd you point at?
Yeah, you.
Why me?
What do you mean?
Guys,
That's
you're on
all
camera.
Henry.
Why don't
Yeah,
you, like, look at each other and let's vent out the bad vibes now.
No,
Let's,
we don't hate each other, right? No, I heard a
not yet.
jab.
Oh,
I
touching's
went to the
allowed now?
bathroom and I hear
Gosh.
Jason
That
goes
was for
like,
the
and there he
camera.
goes
Camera's
again.
on.
Oh yeah, I
like
did do that.
Yeah, you did do
Girls
that.
gone
Yeah,
well,
I did
you
do
know?
that.
That's fair.
It's the movie I can
Exactly.
quote the most.
Having
Henry,
some
closing
conversations.
thoughts. Yeah.
That's not really how broadcast works. That's why I have to do the questions so it doesn't happen.
All right, host.
Anyway, everyone calm? Everyone.
Yeah,
Do the questions,
no,
Ed.
yeah, go ahead.
Do the
Host.
questions.
So, after we saw Ghost there, they came back from a really disappointing first half on Overpass, right? 14-1 down. Do you feel like they displayed character and a decent performance overall? They were never expected to be Liquid, right? Do you feel like they can be happy with this performance they showed today? Open question. Anyone who wants to pick it up, don't say I don't know what to say.
I don't think they should be happy because I don't think it was anything that impressive about it.
Okay.
I
I
for
agree.
me, they kind of fell flat a little bit. I expected a little bit more out of them, but
I would say, just to follow on that point, you made a very interesting observation there that he said at Dust 2, for example, we were expecting to hopefully see something really intricate with the executions. Like, a lot of teams don't resort to that these days, but there are plenty of teams that do have the A execution, like the wall of smokes towards the crossover on the T side, right? You just segregate long completely, isolate players there with the utility. We didn't really see any of that this game, and it doesn't surprise me from Liquid's watched a lot of that Dust 2. They don't necessarily have to bring that to the table. They've got so many great players just finding frags.
I think as well coming into a game like this, Liquid's just playing some pretty basic stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
not
They don't have to
anything
break
complex.
a sweat like for these sort of games, right? That it's like this is their territory. They know they've just had a great first map, and they're going to just rely on their basic games.
Who's
to get
got
them through
the
it.
HenryG Big Heart Award?
Yeah,
I'm going to give it to Freakazoid for that 1v3.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that because like
I think
overall
so.
like decent performance, but it really was highlighted.
Yeah,
in that
And he
round.
played really well as well.
That's good. Yeah, I
Who's
gotta
got
go.
the Mohan Game Sense Award?
The Game Sense Award, the Brunt Award, the Prescience Award. It's going to be Twist. He was the absolute terminator of this game, and it seemed like everywhere he was going, he knew where he was going to get the kills. Nobody stood a chance.
I would give it to Nafly just for that kind of.
It's not your award to
situation.
give, but thank you for the
I would
input.
just say if
That's
it
great.
was,
Yeah, we can
I would
give
just,
a
I would just
follow-
like to give my
pat on the
input,
back
if that's
award.
fine.
and then, yeah.
I feel
Felt like
you
you already
guys-
have an award, and there's two more to give. And
All right, Jason,
we're really
moving on to
just
the All-American,
working on borrowed time here.
All-American
This is-
Hero Award.
All-American Hero Award. That's going to go with Twist again. He was like Rambo out there. He was just getting
Canadian
headshots,
picks
yeah.
up the All-American
Yeah,
Award.
well, I mean,
Okay,
he
that's
is
perfect.
North American.
We're
so,
making
I mean,
moves.
Oh,
yeah.
should we change the name of it? The North American?
No, it is
North
American. He's just from North America.
All
so-
North American Hero Award.
Soon it's going to be the Americas Award,
The
and then
Americas.
the
Again, Henry,
American
very,
Award, and then we'll see.
very
who
much
knows.
dictating your own opinion on other
And
These are
finally,
No
all
one has asked
Henry's
for your
awards.
opinion.
No, Henry,
Finally.
I will
And
let
now
you.
for the Wet Bottom Award.
Yes.
here's the man
You gotta
himself.
come on.
Oh,
Give
there
us
we
the
go.
comments here. Give us some
Oh,
insight.
Launders,
okay.
can you move the fucking
I'm sorry. I'm
Yes.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. We didn't.
That's a whole thing we have going on.
I'll hold
Let's
on
see how
to
this
it.
looks
There
like.
we
Let's
go.
get the goddamn
Yes.
dress out.
All right.
All right, so yeah, you can talk into the mic. Twist. We have Twist on the mic, ladies and gentlemen. The absolute terminator from that map, or those two maps. How do you feel about your performance, Twist?
That's pretty good. I think it's performed well because we're playing well as a team. Oh yeah, let me keep this close to me.
Yeah.
Ooh, now he's
That sounds
singing.
great.
That sounded good. That was,
Yeah.
ASMR is taking off on Twitch, so you've got a career.
Yeah, we're playing pretty well. Definitely establishing our long dominance there.
Yeah.
I think it really helped us snowball in the second half.
Henry knows a thing or two about long dominance.
Oh, Jason, we're trying to keep it professional.
Long
Messing around all
dominance,
day.
you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Hey, in
Hey, I
case
like
you didn't
that.
get it at home. Yeah, Henry, you really come
What
to
do you
life
think?
on this.
Hey, Chris, what do you think
dress.
about, because the kind of video we did for this event was not how we did it last time, right? So coming into versus Ghost, we had Overpass and Dust 2. You must be very happy with those two maps when you saw that.
Yeah, we weren't really expecting them to pick Overpass.
Yeah, we
So
said
it's pretty
the same
unexpected.
thing. It's like, that
Yeah.
seems
Seemed
like
like
a
it.
weird one.
There's like
good
other
play.
maps that you go for, like Mirage and other stuff like that. So even Gamble Vertigo.
I kind of made this up when I was talking,
That's
but I was like, a lot of teams ended up playing Astralis and Astralis on Dust 2 and Overpass, so they got like really good at it. Is that part of the reason you guys have like gotten so good at Dust 2 and Overpass? Just because like that's where the vetoes went a lot of times with Astralis.
Kinda, but when we first originally picked up Jake,
Yeah.
we realized that Dust 2 is one of our stronger maps right off the bat, and our practice was really going it always. So
Because he's like good B site.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we just started. I think we were better on Dust 2 than Astralis were like 2 months ago. So
How do you feel at Dust 2 as a map overall? A lot of top teams try to shy away from it because it's more of a, not say a random map, but it's difficult to kind of have tactical edges over teams, right? You don't see many detailed executions or fake. It's a very cookie cutter map. Do you feel like that's an advantage for you guys having a lot of firepower, or do you feel a little bit uncomfortable sometimes against the lesser teams?
yeah, I think us just all being really good aimers helps.
Yeah.
But I think on Dust 2 we're the best at reactions. So like if we notice that like there's multiple people fighting mid or like the ops mid, just go across cat right away or
Sure.
something like that. Or like
There's that rounds. I'm not sure who brought the bomb, but you got to kill out. Someone got to kill out mid, and then rotate around to all the way to the B site.
Oh,
and you
so
do,
Leech
like,
got the
B
kill
at
empty.
middle.
Yeah, Leech got the kill at middle.
Yeah, that's just us knowing like what players play sites. So like Neptune's their dead EB player, and he died mid, so
Completely
he's open for the take.
We have a whole thing we want to get set up with his dress to make a little bit of a friendly wager amongst all the talent. What do you think that wager should be? Loser has to wear the dress for a day.
We're talking like there's basketball nets out there. There's wrestling we could do on there's little grass
Options are
area there.
lit.
We could have a wrestling.
It's almost
competition
crippling
like
how
that.
many options there are to think about.
Yeah.
You can
I
think
mean-
about it and get back to us.
Yeah.
Wrestling's
yeah.
dangerous, you know. You guys only have so many casters.
Yeah.
That's true.
You
You
guys
can
are
also just
valuable.
put this on stun, though, you know?
Not that valuable
Yeah.
for some of us.
I feel like betting on games is like the obvious one, but
Yeah.
it has to be something interesting.
Wonder if we're allowed to do that.
Well, I don't think we are. to be
No,
honest.
like predictions. I mean predictions.
Yeah,
no
we
betting.
definitely-
Yeah,
I-
not like
that's
no
fine.
putting money on it.
Everyone calm down.
A friendly donation here, right?
Friendly
We're not talking
donations
about
all
it.
around. Well, this is the dress that's at stake, and I guess we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
And this is everyone on the screen right now. You can see
That's true.
all the names.
It's starting to get lively in this room.
It is.
now
It's
that-
Sunday.
yeah.
Sunday's
Yeah.
on a Friday.
Midday.
How do you like the new summit? You've been to Summit before, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do
One
you like
last year,
the
right?
new setup here with the
You can be
the basement
honest.
studios?
Tell us honest.
Okay,
I
part
mean,
of
really
me,
like it.
part of me misses the house
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah.
such a closed environment, and it was like all the players, like no one else is there except everyone that works at Summit and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's the same thing here, but this is just like a way bigger space, and like
Less of a homey vibe. You really
Yeah.
liked the home style thing.
yeah, when it was home style, like kind of forced like players to
Carpeted
interact with each
floors.
other and stuff. But now it's like
lock them
people
in their
space.
rooms again.
Yeah, it's
Locked
like, get
away.
in there.
You can stay
yeah.
there all day.
Don't
Not a
come out until
problem.
Sunday.
That's true.
Yeah, what I really liked about the house was like, I don't know, it kind of just seemed like a giant LAN party.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Would you play Mafia? Have you ever played that?
Yeah.
Do you ever watch it?
I don't watch it, but I played it.
Okay, yeah. So they do Mafia here for the other summits. So we were saying if we could get players that would want to play it,
I
that'd be
don't
pretty
know
fun
what
to watch.
Mafia
But
is. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but we
Okay.
all
Wait, I'm
I don't know,
confused.
it's okay,
I thought you meant the
explain it.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game Mafia. Yeah.
We would stream it.
No, there's
not
two
the
games,
default
man.
game,
Cross
not-
wires here.
No, not the PC game. no.
All right. Well,
That's okay.
thank you all
bit
for
confused, man.
This has gone
making
south.
everything awkward as usual. And,
Okay, come on. I thought we had something
Says the
going
man
there.
wearing the dress.
well,
You can tell he's like getting more and more
I'm
into
kind
it
of
too.
I'm getting used to it. I know it's going to be me wearing it eventually, so I might as well get used to the concept now.
What's with the chicken?
He's called
They
Chicken
don't.
Dick.
That's something you're gonna say.
His nickname in high school.
That was between me and the stream. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
He calls himself Chicken Dick.
Well, yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, if you want to take a break, eat some food. Do you have another question, Henry?
We'll do
Or can I
one
wrap this
serious
up?
question to finish this off. I think, obviously, if you guys are expecting to win this tournament, who do you expect to play in the finals? Who would you like to take down potentially, and who would give the best game?
We expect to play Ents in the finals.
I think that's
yeah,
the
for
most
sure.
logical pick, and
Yeah.
I think that'll be a great game either way. But
Gets me
let's-
kinda
we've got
turned
a long
on.
way to
4
go.
days in advance,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, I just see like where we're feeling it, kind of like what the
Yeah,
lies.
I like that.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Lovely
worries,
work.
guys.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Good
All
luck in the next
Congrats.
game.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, guys.
Let's throw to a break.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you give it a go, Robin? You
Well, I just did.
I like that.